Welcome into episode 16 of my Fremennik only Ironman series. In the previous episode, we killed Dagannoth Rex at least 60 times, and we ended up getting our Berserker ring. So that is 1 out of the 4 rings completed for our overall goal of the account. So in this episode, I hope to get closer to finishing up that goal by killing Rex as much more as I can, and then I will also hope for getting the Dragon Axe, and then I'm also going to try and get the Rock Shell Plate Legs as well, as those would be a massive upgrade over the current Dagannoth or the Yak Hide legs that I have. So in this episode, I'm going to start off here at the Suquas. In the last episode, I did mention that these do drop only like Guams and Marintels, as well as the Suqua teeth as well, so those are like the only 3 drops you can get. Hoping to get as many Marintels as possible to keep those anti-poisons coming in, and then the Guams can also be used for the Guam Tar to get a lot of Herblore experience. So anyway, sit back and enjoy episode 16. As mentioned in the opening, I did a full inventory of the Suquas. I brought 2,500 casts, so I used just over 2,000. I ended up getting 7 Marintels and 14 Guams. The wiki says that they're 1 in 5 each, roughly. I think that the Guams are twice as common, because the 2 runs I've done here, it's been almost exactly identical. So I think maybe the wiki was just wrong on that. Maybe it's 1 in 5 for Guams and 1 in 10 for Marintels. But overall, I cannot complain. This is a lot of Herblore experience and plenty of anti-poisons to keep prolonging my Rex runs. Picking up where I left off in the last episode, making the rune cases in my player-owned house. So there is level 23 rune crafting. I think I'm not going to have enough teak logs for level 24, because I do want to save some for other items in my house, such as a teak altar. Back at the rock crabs doing some AFKing, and there is level 64 attack. And level 65 attack. Just missed it, but there is level 61 defense. And 62 defense. So I'm back at DKs now. I am bringing Chaos Runes, so hopefully this will last a lot longer than the Death Runes do. They are a lot cheaper, so just trying to be cost effective here since my cash deck is currently running low. I know it's going to take longer to kill them, but hopefully my defense can hold. I did get my defense up from 55 to 62 since the last episode. First Rex kill of the trip. Let's hope we get something good. And we end up getting a rune 2-handed sword, so that is a new item for sure. I think the rune longsword still beats it in DPS, so if anything, it's just a good alch. I can't really use it for too much more, but that is Rex kill number 86. Second kill of the trip coming in, and there we go. There is the Dragon Axe, so that is another one of the items that we were looking for on the account. The Dragon Axe is, of course, the best in slot axe I can have, and the first dragon item I have on the account, so I don't think I'll be able to get another dragon weapon for a while. It's not better than a rune longsword in DPS, but hey, I can't complain about getting one of those drops I was mentioning at the beginning. Coming in with level 70 hit points, that's a pretty big milestone as well. Fourth kill of the trip coming in, and we get another Dragon Axe. So 2 Dragon Axes and 1 Berserker ring. Really looking for that Warrior ring now. Milestone Rex kill coming in here. This will be number 100, but it's also funny if you look in the chat box, you see that I was asking for guesses on the 100th kill, and somebody said Fremy Blade, and then somebody in my party got the Fremy Blade, but we end up getting a tooth half a key, so not very useful, but we'll just hold on to it to add to the bank value. Rex kill 101, and there's the loop half, so that will complete the key right there. I've started to hold on to the bones because I've been told that I should save them for the altar, which is the right move to do. I'm just looking for those easy prayer levels as well. Rex KC number 17 for the trip and 102 overall, and it ends with no drop. But overall, that's going to finish up this run. 17th kill of the trip, one of my more successful runs with 2 Dragon Axes as well as the rune 2-hand sword. So now all we have left is the Warrior ring, and then we will finish up with Rex. I think I'm going to go ahead and try out the Chaos Rune method a little bit longer. The trips do last longer, but I think it's going to save me a lot of money in the long run over the Death Runes, just because I think they're like 1/3 of the price, maybe half the price of what the Death Runes are. So it usually takes about 50 to 60 Chaos Runes for a kill, otherwise it takes like 35 to 40 Death Runes, so I will save a lot of GP in the long run. So next up, I plan on killing the giant rock crabs and going for that rock shell plate, the plate legs. You have to get one of the pieces from the rock shell, and then you can use it with the Dagonoth hide to craft it in Relica, so I'm going to go for that drop. I don't know how well this is going to go. So after about 15 minutes, they all de-aggroed, and I killed like 3 of them because they run away after like 1/3 of their health is left, so this was a terrible idea. I think I'll just stick with DKs and hope that I get the drop that way, as this really isn't viable. So I was able to get 200 steel bars from all of my drops, so let's make some steel plate bodies. And coming in here, this will be the only level I get with all these steel plate bodies, level 49 smithing. I can now +1 boost up to 50 to get 2 mithril bars, so I'm 1 step closer to those mithril bolts. Had plenty of nature runes, so I decided to high alch all of these bodies, and there is an easy 60k to buy some more runes. Back at the rock crabs for some defense levels, there is level 63 defense, 64 defense, and here we go with 65 defense. That's going to do it for defense for now. I think I'm going to just exclusively train strength from here on out for a while. I noticed a big difference from 55 to 60 defense at DK, so I'm pretty sure 65 defense is pretty good. Going back to DKs now with that level 65 defense, we're going with some clan mates, so they kind of ran ahead of me, but I decided that this would be a good spot to charge up my run energy, hoping to get our warrior ring, but let's just hope that we can go maybe 15 kills on this trip. First kill of the trip, and we get an Addy axe, so really sticking with all of the axes on this trip. Shout out to Ice Troll. We brought him with us to teach him the Rex safe spot, and that is his first Rex kill, and I think he just leveled up as well, so 5 swordfish. Congrats. 4th Rex kill of the trip. Ooh, another B ring. I may be the only person that's upset that that wasn't a warrior ring, but it does add a lot of bank value, so I am happy about that. It is a pretty good unique. Let's hope we can get the warrior ring as well on this trip. 7th kill of the trip. And a Fremennik helm. I think that's my first Fremennik helm. I've gotten a few blades, but I don't think I've gotten the helm yet. Just another unique item. This will be the 13th and final kill of the trip. I do have to cut it short. I do have to run out really quickly here. So there we go, 5 bass, but that's going to do it for this trip of DKs. I could have stayed longer, but I did have to tally out. So there we go, we finished up 115 Rex KC, we got another B ring, so we have 2 B rings, 2 dragon axes, 2 rock shell plate bodies, no warrior rings, and surprisingly no rings of life either. So I know the drop is 1 in 128, so technically I'm not even at the drop rate yet, but I'm hoping that if I can get lucky enough to get it under that drop rate, we would pretty much be done with Rex. I'd still have to stick around until 38 prayer though, since I can't really do any other of the other 2 without any prayer potions, so hopefully we get those soon, but an overall successful trip. It's time to start working on some quality of life updates for my player-owned house, so I need to get level 48 construction and then I will show you what I'm about to do, but there's level 47 construction. I'm back to making the decorative rocks. It is 100 experience each time, so 500 experience in inventory. And there we have level 48 construction. So let me run to the bank and get everything I need for the boost and all the materials I need. So for level 50 construction, you can build a portal chamber in your house. And I just found this out because I haven't used a portal chamber in a while, but there's a lot more different teleports that you can use than I previously remember. So included in those teleports is one to Waterbirth Island and then one to Lunar Isle. So I don't know when it opened up the idea for using the Lunar Spellbook to get those teleports, but I didn't realize it, but this will save me a lot of time running around the entire area I have, because then now I can just use the Lyre and that will teleport me right outside my house portal, and I can use the portal chamber to teleport to Waterbirth if I need to do rock crabs or DKs, or Lunar Isle if I need to buy some more runes. So that's why I needed level 50 construction for that. Plus, the runes I can all buy in the shop, so it did cost maybe 50-60k for those runes. I didn't think astrals were that cheap, so that actually helped me out a lot. But overall, these are going to be so helpful, save me a lot of run energy, and it's going to get me really close to a bank on Lunar Isle. I just need to remember to bring my seal of passage. So it turns out that I didn't have the magic level to make the Waterbirth Island teleport, so I'll just need to get a Wizard Mind Bomb from the bank, and then I can go ahead and boost up to 72. Currently sitting at 71 magic, so just missed it by a level. But also at level 50 construction, I can make the Teak Altar, so that's going to allow me to get 10% extra XP on the bones that I sacrificed to it. So we have that going for us, and I've seen a lot of comments in previous videos of me needing to save my Dagonoth bone so I can use it on my altar. Unfortunately, I'm sitting at the point where a Teak Altar only gives me 10% extra. I need level 61 construction to get up to have incense burners, which is going to bring it up to 2.1 times the experience, so it will be very beneficial when I get there, but I need level 59 construction with a boost, and that's going to be a lot of limestone bricks, so I think I'm going to be holding on to my DK bones for a long time. If eventually I get to a lot of them and I need some prayer levels, I may just bite the bullet and use them on the Teak Altar. But I'm going to need to buy a bunch of limestone bricks to get up to level 59 construction. It's unfortunate too because I need to use Marintels on the burners, which is what I need for my anti-poisons. Hopefully I'll be at level 48 prayer or 48 herblore around that time so I can use that. But overall, the teleports are very helpful. I just hope I keep the seal of passage on me so I can use that bank anytime I need. Gonna go ahead and wrap up this episode with one last DK's run, hoping for the Warrior Ring, and then we can finish off Rex. Coming up on the first kill here, somebody ran into the room right after I did and started killing Prime and Supreme, so hopefully he doesn't come after Rex also, but there we go, 1 coin drop. Hopefully we can last about 10 to 11 kills. So he ended up aggroing Rex on the second or third kill, so I got 2 kills that trip, got a Fremennik sword on the second kill, so let me just gear back up and I'll just head right back out there. And on the next trip I was crashed on the very first kill, so I didn't even get any drops in that trip. Let's go ahead and try one more trip. I was able to get in here with some clanmates, so here we go with our first Rex kill of the trip, and coins. Rex kill number 5 coming in on this trip, and steel kite shield, my favorite. And 6th kill of the trip, another steel kite shield. This will be the last kill of the trip. I've run out of runes. Overall, it was a pretty bad trip. We got 1 Renar weed, and then the rest I'm just taking as the bones. Everything else was coins or steel kite shield, so overall, pretty unsuccessful trip. We did pick up 10 kills. Unfortunately, I was crashed twice before, so I did waste a lot of runes just trying to get a full trip in. But there we go. That is 127 Rex KC. We are actually just 1 kill under the drop rate for the Warrior Ring, so hopefully in the next episode we do end up getting the Warrior Ring. Maybe if I'm lucky enough, even on the first kill, but I'm going to aim for that in the next episode, as well as I'm going to go for and try and get a couple of herblore levels. Well, anyways, thanks for watching episode 16 of the Fremennik Only Ironman series. And if you did enjoy it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Thanks.